Hello, welcome to Atomic Bomb Sports Cards. This video is going to be about grading your cards. I've been collecting for 7 years. I have about 1,500 cards, and I've never submitted grading to a company to get them officially reviewed and authenticated and graded. I'm looking at the different services and I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do because I do plan on submitting my first set of cards to one of the grading companies that would be either PSA, Beckett Grading Services, BGS, or SGC. I forget what SGC stands for, Sports Guarantee Card. Hold on, let me look it up. Okay, SGC stands for Sports Card Guarantee Corporation. So those are the three main ones. I've seen other ones recently that I don't know and I don't trust because I don't know. They might be good, but I just haven't had much experience with them. I have had a lot of experience with Beckett and PSA, BGS and PSA, and I've had some experience with SGC. Specifically the older kind of SGC cards and their casing, which they changed and updated a few years ago, and it's much better. I like it much better now. What made me think of this is I was looking on X, and I found this guy Dante at DizzleAZ, and he tweeted or X'd. I don't know if you say tweeted or X'd. He X'd something about his SGC submission. He said, huge thank you to Brent and the SGC grading team for the 12-day turnaround on this 150 card submission. Can't wait to open all these boxes. So that's amazing. He submitted 150 cards and they got it done in 12 days. So that really got me thinking, what are the different features and different prices and different turnaround times for the different grading companies? So right here is SGC, and the standard fee is $15 a card. The standard turnaround is $5 to $10. 5 to 10 days, and the declared value for that is under $1,500. Declared value, as I understand it, is the amount that it's worth for insurance purposes after it's graded. So when they ship it and they lose it, the insurance company will pay for what they lost. I think that's how it works. So if you get a really good card and you grade it and it's going to be worth $1,000, that's the declared value. And there's different fee structures for different declared values, and you can see here for SGC the different declared values in intervals are $1,500, $3,500, $7,500, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, and more than $100,000. I don't have a card more than $100,000. That's pretty amazing. And it costs more for a higher declared value. So for the $3,500 declared value, it costs $85. For the under $1,500 declared value, it costs $15. So that's pretty good. Let's look at PSA. They have a more complicated system of pricing and with features and turnaround times. The one I'm looking at is the trading card game bulk for Collectors Club only. I think you have to subscribe to something called the Collectors Club. And that's going to cost a certain amount. I think maybe $100 a year. And then once you subscribe, you're going to be able to access this price per card. Hold on one second. And it's going to be $15 a card, basically $15 a card. But the declared value is $200 or less. So if you've got a card that's $500, or let's say $600, you're not going to be able to use this service. Also, you also have to do 20 cards as a minimum to get this bulk rate of $15 a card. But you look over here, declared value for $500 or less is now $18.99, so $19. And then down here, declared value of $1,500 or less is $75. Compare that to the SGC, $1,500 or less is only $15. So the declared value of under $1,500 covers all of these. This one for $75, this one for $19, this one for $15. It would be all covered under the $15 card value pricing for SGC. But the turnaround time is also really important and really stands out, because for SGC the turnaround time was 5 to 10 days for no matter the declared value, as long as it was under $1,500. For PSA, the turnaround time is 45 business days. For the $15 declared, for $15, $19, and $75 services. For the $200 or less declared value, $500 or less declared value, and $1,500 or less declared value. Hold on. Because the cards I'm thinking about submitting, most of them are under $200 declared value. Some of them are under $500 declared value, and a few are more than $500 declared value. I'm not looking forward to paying $75 a card for declared value of more than $500. But assuming that I could do the lowest bulk submission of $15 a card for $20 card minimum, $200 declared value or less, that part is comparable to SGC, except for the turnaround time of 45 days compared to 5 to 10 days, which is really a big difference. Now let's look at Beckett BGS. They have a collector's special, $18 for their regular grading with subgrades. $22. Hold on a second. So BGS seems to tier its pricing based on turnaround times and whether or not you want subgrades. So there's one price for cards with subgrades, and then there's one price for cards without subgrades, and then the turnaround time gives you the different prices, different tiers. So this 60-day plus business turnaround is going to make it $18 a card. For the base card submission, hold on. I keep saying hold on because I'm trying to figure this out for myself to make a decent video. But this is really about me understanding this for myself, because I'm going to submit for the first time in the coming weeks. And I'm going through this, speaking it out loud and making a video of it, so maybe it can help somebody else if they're interested in the differences in gradings systems and services. But this looks the same to me. The base and the collector's special for BGS look the same. I don't know what the difference is. It says turnaround time 60 plus business days, turnaround time 60 plus business days. Card is $22, but card is $18. Card without subgrades is $18. Card without subgrades is $16. I don't see the difference. They're not explaining it very well. This looks the same to me. The two look the same. The collector's special and the base look the same. Of course, I would take the one that's $18 over the one that's $22. I don't know. I'd probably have to ask them about that, email them or something. Maybe give them a call and ask them to tell me what's the difference. But then you got standard, and that's the difference. The main difference there is now it's instead of 60 plus day turnaround, it's 10 to 20 days turnaround. But that's $40 a card. And then you got express for 10-day turnaround for $100, and then you got priority for 2 to 5 business days with it's $140. So let's just look at these two: the collector's special and the base, and compare it to SGC and PSA. SGC comes far and away better than the other two, than PSA and BGS. It's only $15 versus $15 for PSA and $18 or $22 for SGC for BGS. The declared value can go all the way up to $1,500, whereas the $15 service for PSA it goes up to $200 declared value, and then the price goes up if it's more than that, and it's $500 declared value, etc. And then BGS doesn't seem to differentiate based on declared value. So, I mean, if I had to think of like just on the metrics of price and declared value and turnaround time, SGC seems to be the winner by a good margin. But the question is resale value. What is an SGC card worth versus a BGS card versus a PSA card? My understanding from looking at the market on eBay is that PSA is the best version of graded cards, and they get the highest return. Like a PSA 10 gem mint is going to get the best return, except maybe a BGS 10 pristine would get a higher return than a PSA 10, but those are very rare to find. So, but a BGS 9.5 gem mint is going to get less return than a PSA 10 gem mint, and in SGC 10 gem mint, it's going to get a less return than both BGS and PSA, because it's just not as popular. That's one reason why they can do turnaround times in 5 to 10 days. It's because they don't have the workload that BGS has or PSA has, I'm assuming. So it's something to think about. I'm not going to be able to figure it out here in this video, but those are the metrics to think about, and those are the resale values to think about. And right now I'm leaning towards PSA, just because of the standard. It's the standard bearer of graded cards, and it's going to get the highest return, and it's the safest bet. If you can deal with the turnaround time of 45 days, and you can find cards under $200 declared value to get the lowest service price of $15 a card, that's probably the way I would go. And I'd just wait it out. I would just wait out the 45 days and spend that time waiting and to get the better service of PSA versus SGC. That's what I'm thinking. Anyways, I hope this video helped. Bye.